सो हेलो एवरीवन। तो आज आम डिस्कस करमा जे यूजीसी नेट जेआरएफ एग्जाम डिसेंबर 2004 इंग्लिश सॉल्व पेपर 2 डियर फ्रेंड जेन माने भी यूजीसी नेट एग्जाम प्रिपरेशन करोछन से लेवर लागि ए वीडियोटा बहुत इंपोर्टेंट हेबो कारण यूजीसी नेट रे केमिति इंग्लिश लिटरेचर रे को टाइप रो प्रश्न आसे एवं तार सॉल्व कोन हेइ पारे से विषय आम डिस्कस करबा आउ इंग्लिश रे जे कोनोसी एग्जाम दो थिले भी ए वीडियोटी आपण मानकर पय बहुत बहुत हेल्पफुल हेबो राइट। एबे देखंतु प्रथम प्रश्न अछि एठी जे कोन अछि नंबर 1 क्वेश्चन the Langland spires and plowmen spires appear finally as the spires and plowmen रे पायर कोन भाबरे appear अछि तो एठी डायरेक्टली आंसर अछि क्वेश्चन जस्ट गोटे दुइटा कहि दउछि नहले आंसर गुडा को डायरेक्ट कहि जेबा जेमिति कि द चैरिटी बी रे रहला द होली ट्रिनिटी सी रे जेसस डी रे द गुड समारिटन एमिति किछि आसीबो किंतु आंसर हला कोन डी द Pierce Plowman रे केबे रिटन हेतिला रिटन इन 1370 to 1390 is a middle English allegorical narrative poems by William Langland। तो एटा गोटे कोन allegorical poem allegorical narrative poem आ जहा कि 1370 to 90 भितर लिखा जायतिला राइट। इट इज considered by the many critics to be one of the greatest work of English literature of the Middle Age, along with Chaucer's Canterbury Tales and the anonymously authored the Pierce and Sir Gawain the Great Knight। तो एठी कोन कहा जाउछि जोटा कि हमर ए पायर्स द प्लॉमेन गोटे मिडिल इंग्लिश आ मिडिल एज रे गोटे ग्रेटेस्ट वर्क बोली कहा जाय जहा कि कैंटरबरी चौसर रो कैंटरबरी टाल सहित मध्ये कंपेयर करा जाय बा ऑथर पियर्स एंड सर गैवेन रो ग्रीन नाइट सहित मध्ये यह कंपेयर करा जाय थाय। I hope that you might have understood the first question. Now move to the second question. In that second question, what is that? That it was decided that each Canterbury pilgrimage would tell in all। तो एही डिसाइड करा जायतिला जे कैंटरबरी पिलग्रिमेज रे गोटे व्यक्ति बा गोटे पिलग्रिम केतोटी स्टोरीटा कहबे केतोटी गोपटा कहबे बोली कहा जायतिला one story, B 2 stories, C 3 stories or D 4 story। Your right answer is D। The Canterbury Tale is a collection of 24 stories। तो Canterbury Tale रे केतोटी अछि 24 stories अछि that runs over 17,000 lines written in the Middle English by Geoffrey Chaucer। Geoffrey Chaucer द्वारा लिखा जायथिबा Canterbury Tale रे केतोटी स्टोरी अछि देयर आर 24 story आ केतोटी लाइन अछि 17,000 लाइन अछि राइट। एंड that evening the host of Tawad Inn suggested that each member of the group tell the story on the way to and from Canterbury Tale to the make the time pass more pleasantly। तो कौन करा जेतिला टाबाड इन रे से माने एकत्रित होइथिले आ प्रत्येक ग्रुप रे कोन कोन चैरिटी लेखा स्टोरीटा कहबा पय कहा जायथिला एवं से माने कोटा गेदर होइथिले ताबाड इन रे ताबाड इन रे से माने एकत्रित होइथिले राइट। आई होप दैट number 2 question is also clear to you। Now question number 3 Venus and Adonis is a long narrative poem by whom? जन Venus and Adonis गोटे long narrative poem किए लिखिथिले शेक्सपियर मार्लो ड्रेटन और सिडनी। Your right answer is Shakespeare। The Venus and Adonis is a poem by the Shakespeare written in 1592 to 93 1592-93 रे से लिखिथिले and with a plot based on the passage from Ovid's मेटामॉर्फोसिस रु या कोन करा जायतिला पैसेजटा अणा जायतिला बता ऊपर आधारित थिला एंड इट इज द कॉम्प्लेक्स Kaleidoscopic work using the constantly shifting to zone and perspective to present contrasting view of the nature of love। So it is one type of what kaleidoscopic work kaharo William Shakespeare karo. I hope that this question is also be clear by you. Now move to the another question, question number 4. What does it mean? The total number of the poems in Shakespeare's sonnet. तो शेक्सपियर रो सोनेट रे केतोटी टोटल नंबर टा पोएम थिला. राइट आंसर इज डी 154. You can see that the explanation Shakespeare's sonnet is the title of the collection of 154 sonnet by Shakespeare and which covers themes such as the passages of time, love, beauty and morality. तांकर जो पोएम भीतर कौन थाई समय विषय, समय, प्रेम, सुंदरता एवं नीति बाणी गुड़ाक सब मोरालिटी विषय लिखि थांती. ओके, द first 220 sorry 126 sonnets are addressed to the young men and last 28 is the dark lady. तो टोटल केतेटा हला 154 हला जे 126 टा गोटे यंग मैन विषय लिखा जाइथिला आ 28 टा लास्ट 28 टा गोटे डार्क लेडी विषय से लिखिथिले. राइट, आई होप दिस क्वेश्चन इज आल्सो बी क्लियर बाय योरसेल्फ. नाउ मूव टू द अनदर क्वेश्चन, क्वेश्चन नंबर 5. राइट, ओके, सी व्हिच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग प्लेस हैज ए मैकियावेलियन हीरो. तो ए पोएम मान को भीतर मैकियावेलियन हीरो किए. सो राइट आंसर इज सी ज्यूज ऑफ माल्टा. Okay, Jews of Malta is a Machiavellian hero. How it is? How it is? The Jews of Malta as a play of Christopher Marlowe's probably written in 1589 to 1590. Plot as an original story of religious conflict, intrigue, and revenge set against the backdrop of the struggle of the supremacy between Spain and Ottoman Empire. डिफरेंट एठी हमें कौन देखिबा जोटा कि ज्यूज ऑफ माल्टा जहा कि क्रिस्टोफर मार्लो द्वारा 1589 रु 1590 भितर जोटा लिखा जाइथिला जहा कि तारो रिलीजियस कॉन्फ्लिक्ट विषय, इंट्रिग विषय बा कॉन्फ्लिक्ट माने जो पातर अंतर थेबो. इंट्रिग्स मींस तांकर भितरे what you can see that षडयंत्र थिबो, रेवेंज मान प्रतिशोध ने जोतिबा ए जिनिसटा गुडाक रही थाई जहा कि स्पेन आ ओटोमन एम्पायर भितरे थिला. एंड इन द मेडिटेरेनियन that match the place on the island of Malta. यह कौन मेडिटेरियन प्लेस आइलैंड ऑफ माल्टा रे घटनाटा हेतिला. एंड द कैरेक्टर इज Barabbas. Barabbas is described in this place prologue as a sound Machiavelli in such which means what extremely Machiavellian. तो एठी कोन बारावाल. The Barabbas is regarded as the extremely Machiavellian. Right? So I hope that the Jews of Malta is written by Christopher Marlowe. केन मसरे 1589 to 1590 and याको विषय लिखा जाइछि जेमिति कि आपण कॉन्फ्लिक्ट, इंट्रिग एंड रेवेंज विषय ओको का भितरे स्पेन आ ओटोमन एम्पायर का भितरे. राइट, okay, now move to the another question, question number 6. Dear friend, you can see that which of the following is written by Samuel Butler. ए भितरे कोन Samuel Butler कोटा लिखिचंती. ओके, Religio Laici, David Simple, Hudibras and Journal of the Plagues Year. So right answer is C. Okay, Hudibras. Hudibras is an English mock heroic poem from 17th century written by Samuel Butler. Samuel Butler द्वारा लिखा जाइथिबा 1700 सेंचुरी रे कोटा Hudibras. एटा गोटे को टाइप रो पोएम, mock heroic poem. What? Hudibras is the mock heroic poem, right? Okay, I do not want to go deeper into that question and answer. Just what is being written on this explanation, that is enough for your preparation. So let me just discuss one by one in detail. Okay, in seven question, which of the following poems did Milton write in octosyllabic couplet? Octosyllabic couplet रे मिल्टन को द्वारा लिखा जाइथिबाटा कोन लाइक. ओके, ए इज Il Penseroso. What? Il Penseroso is octosyllabic couplet. Right? Let's see. The explanation is also over here. Il Penseroso किए लिखिछन? Okay, Milton. Right? In the vision of the poet, melancholy by the John Milton first found in the 1645 to 16 46 and quarto of verses, the poem of Mr. John Milton, both English and Latin, published by Humphreys Mosley द्वारा यह पब्लिश होता दुईटी लैंग्वेज रे कोटा इंग्लिश और लैटिन भाषा रे राइट सो इल पेंसर सो को दुईटी लैंग्वेज रे पब्लिश होता इंग्लिश एंड लैटिन ओके या केबे पब्लिश होता 1645 टू 1646 right okay now move to the another question is question number 8 dear friend you can see that and notice very clearly which of the following place is not written by congreve द्वारा लिखा जाइथिबा प्लेटा कोटा नुहे the d is the right answer so d को okay d कोन लिखा जायनि का द्वारा congreve द्वारा और ऊपर तीनटा congreve लिखि छथि कोटा लिखि छथि the way of the world the old bachelor love for love are written by whom congreve but this one is not written by congreve so let's see the explanation the relapse is a virtue of danger is a restoration comedy from 1696 written by John Vanbrugh द्वारा एटा केते 1696 रे लिखा जायतिला या गोटे कोन रेस्टोरेशन कॉमेडी व्हाट इज दैट रेस्टोरेशन कॉमेडी व्हाट इज relapse the relapse is written by whom written by John Vanbrugh केबे लिखिथिले 1696 रे लिखिथिले the play is okay sequel to Cully Sever's Love's Last Shift or The Fool in Fashion right so the a play कोन it is a sequel to Cully Sever रो गोटे जस्ट लेखा रो एका उद्धृत करा जायछि जोटा Love's Last Shift or The Fool in Fashion right now move to the question number 9 Drayton All for the Loves is an adaptation of what your A is Philaster B is Romeo and Juliet C Antony and Cleopatra D Edward okay second so All for Love is an adaptation of what का द्वारा ड्रेटन लिखि छथि तो एटा के लिखि छथि all for love is not okay just wait just change and now move to the another explanation okay see here All for Love is also Wells Lost is a heroic drama by John Dryden written in 1677 and it is an acknowledged imitation of Shakespeare Antony and Cleopatra the focuses on the last hours of that life of hero and heroine dear friend जो All for Love किए लिखिछंती जॉन ड्राइडेन लिखिथिले केबे लिखिथिले 1677 रे लिखिथिले तो इन All for Love रो अन्य नाम हला द वर्ल्ड वेल लॉस्ट तार अन्य नाम वर्ल्ड वेल लॉस्ट तो से किए लिखिथिले जॉन ड्राइडेन कहा द्वारा इंस्पायर्ड है कि शेक्सपियर एंटोनी एंड क्लियोपाट्रा इट इज very important okay writing of शेक्सपियर तार द्वारा इंस्पायर है कि एटा लिखा जायथिला राइट नाउ you can see that okay you can see question number 10 dear friend you can see that question number 10 which of the following books proposes a political theory okay so easily you can see that your B is right answer Leviathan what is that Leviathan okay B Leviathan is a book written by Thomas Hobbes 1588 to 1679 Thomas Hobbes okay 1588 रे जन्म ग्रहण करे 1679 रे तांकर मृत्यु हेतिला से okay लिखिथिले कोटा Leviathan and published in 1651 the book was published Leviathan was published in 1651 the name derived from the बिब्लिकल लेविएथान तो बिब्लिकल लेविएथान रो एहा ए लेविएथान टा कोन उद्धृत करा जायछि बा अणा जायछि द वर्क कंसर्न द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ द सोसाइटी एंड लेजिटिमेट गवर्नमेंट तो एटा कोन गोटे सोसाइटी समाज रो गोटे स्ट्रक्चर एवं लेजिटिमेट गवर्नमेंट केमिति हेबा विषय से विषय लेखा जायछि कोटा लेविएथान now move to the question number 11 which of the following books is written by women. So you can see that gote women द्वारा लेखा जाइथिबाटा. Okay, clearly answer is A, the vindication of the right of women. Vindication, okay, A, vindication of the rights of women. So let's see the explanation. A vindication of the right of women, which was written in 1792, written by 18th century British philosopher Mary Wollstonecraft. Mary Wollstonecraft द्वारा कौन इटा 1792 रे लेखा जाइथिला. Okay, it was that, okay, 18th century or 18th century British, okay, philosopher. Who is the philosopher? Mary Wollstonecraft, and is one of the earliest work of the feminist philosophy, right, dear friend. The a main vindication of the right of women. So you might have understood that at that time the women had no right to write anything. तांकर कोनोसी लेखिबार कोनोसी अधिकार नथिला. एनो ठीक से समय रे the Wollstonecraft, okay, Wollstonecraft was writing social writing. Okay, you can see that. Now move to the another question number what? Question number 12. Dear friend, you can see that. Okay, question number 12. Which of the following books by Jonathan Swift is a religious allegory? तो ए बही मानक भितर कोटा religious allegory Jonathan Swift ro. D is the right answer. So you can see that A Tales of Top, A Tales of Top, A Tale of a Top was a first major work written by Jonathan Swift, arguably his most difficult satire and perhaps it is most masterly. Dear friend, it is a what difficult satire and perhaps it is the most masterly. It's the very finest poem. Okay, the finest writing written by Jonathan Swift, and the tales is a prose parody divided into section is delving into the moral and ethics of English. Yeah, it deals with the moral and ethics of English. Who has written this? The Tale of a Top, Jonathan Swift. Okay, right. I hope that you might have understood this question, right? Then move to the question number 13. Which of the following is a visionary work of William Blake? So, right, visionary work of by vision. Okay, William Blake. So B. Okay, B is the right answer. Song of Experience. What is that? Song of Experience, dear friend. Song of Experience is a visionary work by William Blake, right? So William Blake's, let's see the explanation. The Song of Innocence and the End of Experience is an illustrated collection of poems by William Blake, and it appears in two phases. Okay, a few first copies were printed and illuminated by William Blake himself in 1789. The Song of Experience, okay, Songs of Experience is a poetry collection of 26 poems forming the second part of William Blake. Song of Innocence and Experience, the poems was published in 1792. So it has two parts. One part is, okay, published. So how many song in right 1786 रे एलिमेंट करा जायतिला. Then 26 poem the Song of Experience, the poetry of collection 26 poem थिला. आउ सेकंड पार्ट रे ब्लेक रो जोटा कि Songs of Innocence and Experience जहा कि 1794 रे पब्लिश हेतला, right? I hope that you might have clearly understood about the question number 13. Now question number, okay, question number 14. So please move to the question number 14, dear friend. Look at this question. The Pope's an essay on men is based on the ideas of. See, what is that? Pope's from Motare, the an essay on men's, and the an essay on men is based on the ideas of. तो ये the an essay of men टा कहा ऊपरे आधारित, right? Best कहा ऊपरे, sorry. Okay, C. Right answer is C. The board. Okay, Lord Bolingbroke. See, the essay on man, the philosophical poem written and characteristically in the heroic couplet and published between 1732 to 1734, written by Alexander Pope. The essay consists of the 4 epistles. How many epistles are there? 4 epistles addressed to Lord बोलिंगब्रोक लॉर्ड बोलिंगब्रोक को यह केतोटी 4 एपिस्टल रे लिखा जाइछि एंड डेरिव टू सम ऑफ एक्सटेंट फ्रॉम some of the Bolingbroke's own fragmentary philosophical writing. So, dear friend, you can see it is written about what poor Lord Bolingbroke wrote a fragmented writing विषय सब लिखा जाइए, right? Now you can see the question number 15. Very okay important question. Which of the following work is Johnson's is an intimation of the 10 satire of Juvenal? So Juvenal or 10 satire corner right answer is B, the vanity of human wishes. So the vanity of human wishes, you can see that human being has a lot of wishes, lot of wishes to fulfill, but their resources are very small, right? What is that explanation? You can say the vanity of human wishes, the 10 satire of Juvenal imitated imitated as a poem by English author Samuel Johnson, written in 1749, and it was the first published work including the Johnson's name in title page. Title page रे जॉनसन करना रहितला जोटा कि the vanity of human wishes. Who had written the vanity of human wishes? Clearly mentioned Johnson. What is the full name? Samuel Johnson, right? I hope that this question is also very clear to you. Right, now move to the another question number 16. Dear friend, question number 16 says that the final version of Wordsworth's The Prelude appear in what? So C is the right answer. 1840 1800 रे Wordsworth रो The Prelude टा publish हेतला, right? The Prelude or growth of the poet's mind. Prelude means the growth of a poet's mind. यार अन्य ना कहना growth of a poet's mind is autobiographical poems in blank verse by English poet William Wordsworth. William Wordsworth intended as the introduction to the more philosophical recluse and which Wordsworth never finished. जोटा कि तांकर ऑटोबायोग्राफिकल थिला किंतु विलियम वर्ड्सवर्थ ताको फिनिश करे नथरे. द प्रिल्यूड इट एक्सटेंडेड द पर्सनल एंड रिवीलिंग द वर्क ऑफ डिटेल इन वर्ड्सवर्थ लाइफ भितर आधारित थिला. देन 17 क्वेश्चन द to suffer oath which of things infinite is written by whom? See, it is a very big writing that so to suffer oath which of things infinite. So किए लिखे थे? Shelley, Keats, Wordsworth, Byron, right? Answer is Shelley. What is that persuasive? Shelley is give an inspirational quote talking about the value of love. Talking about the value of love. To suffer oath which of things infinite. It is to forgive wrong darker than the death or night. To defy power. Each line occur in Prometheus Unbound. जोटा कि Prometheus Unbound रे जाकी वर्णना करा जायछि, right? Okay, now move to the another question number 18. Dear friend, question number 18. A thing of beauty is a joy forever occurs in where? The ode to the gracious sun, ode to the autumn, ode to sighs or Endymion. So right answer is Endymion. Endymion is the poems of John Keats, first published in 1818, that begin with the line, a thing of beauty is joy forever. So it is one of the most important quote of everybody's heart. A thing of beauty is joy forever. I always use this quote. I always use this sentence. Okay, a thing of beauty is joy forever, and it is written by the rhythmic couplet, the iambic pentameter, right? Rhyming couplet. iambic pentameter या लिखा जायछि आ कोठे लिखा जायछि एंडीमियन, राइट? द इट इज अकर इन एंडीमियन को किए लिखिसंती? जॉन कीट, राइट? आई होप दैट दिस क्वेश्चन इज आल्सो वेरी क्लियर टू you. Now move to the another question number 19, right? In the question number 19, dear friend, which of the following novel is a satire on the Gothic novel? Gothic novel satire टा कौन? Just Pride and Prejudice, Sense and Sensibility, Northanger Abbey. So see, Okay, these are the also very important केबे publish ହେଇଥିଲା किए କରିଥିଲେ कोण करते एटा भी तमे देखि नबो राइट एटा डी आंसर इज जस्ट मु क्वेश्चन आंसर एका डिस्कशन करबी अन्य किछि डिस्कशन करिबार नै डी ओके डी रे कोन अछि नॉर्थम्बर अवे ओके Northanger Abbey was the first Jane Austen's novel to completed for publication, though she had previously made a start of Sense and Sensibility and Pride and Prejudice. Most literary critics suffer Northanger Abbey as a Jane Austen's Gothic parody because it is satirizes the form and conversation of the Gothic novel that were popular during the time when Austen wrote this. When Jane Austen was there, it was the most popular form of writing, Gothic writing. So, Northanger's Abbey is the what? Satirical novel or Gothic novel, right? So, move to the another question number 20. Okay, question number 20. Who distinguish between the literature and literature of knowledge and the literature of power? तो लिटरेचर ऑफ नॉलेज एंड लिटरेचर ऑफ पावर को किए डिस्टिंगाइज करथिले राइट आंसर इज बी राइट डी क्विंसी the Thomas D. Quincy, the literature of knowledge and the literature of power, the first published in the North British Review in August 1848 as a part of the critical essay on Alexander Pope. Right? So I hope that this 20 question is clearly understood by you or and remembered by you. I hope. If you like this video, please do not forget to like, comment and share. Thank you. All the best and happy learning.